Hello, in this video I'm going to be running through a size comparison of the Galaxy Note range to date from the original Note 1 up to the brand new Galaxy Note 3. Now many of you may currently own a Note 2 and are thinking of upgrading. There may also be a number of you who still have a Note 1. If you've got a Note 1 on a contract, you might have had that about 18 months, 2 years. Might be running up to the end of a contract and might be thinking skipping and going straight to the Note 3, so we'll be looking at those two together as well. The original Note 1 was a huge device for the time, quite a weighty thing as well compared to modern devices. I mean, at the time it was revolutionary with the size, but compared to the Note 2 and the Note 3, as we'll take a look at in a minute, it's much thicker and you can't get a feel for it obviously in a video, but it's quite a heavy unit as well. Compared to the Note 2, which was almost the same size in terms of width and height, although they squeezed in a bigger screen with a smaller bezel. Didn't do too much on the thickness with the Note 2, but it is a bit thinner and it is a bit lighter. And up to the Note 3, so I'll look at the Note 2 and the Note 3 first. Again, now they've slimmed it down, they've slimmed down that bezel again on the Note 3. Really tiny, it's only a few millimeters now, the bezel. And they've actually made it a touch taller. Now the screen size is up to 5.7 inches, so it's the biggest screen of the three. And by making it a touch thinner and a touch taller, it looks a lot sleeker in the hand. Putting them down here, you can see it looks like a much thinner device, even though in reality they're very similar sizes, but it has the appearance of something much thinner, and they've gone great guns on the weight as well. It's much lighter. It's still a heavy phone compared to other flagship devices. I mean, the size and storage on it, it's going to be a heavy phone compared to others, but it's much lighter than the previous Notes. Another quick thing to look at is the back covers. Previous Galaxy ranges used the glossy back covers. You can see the light I've got up here is reflecting off that. You've got a matte cover on the Note 3. No reflection off that light there, apart from on the chrome. It feels much better in the hand. All in all, really good to see Samsung improving the build quality of the devices. And something else to look at, the S Pens, Samsung's Magic S Pen for the Note range, which uses the Wacom digitizer for handwriting recognition and for stylus support. The original S Pen, which clipped into the bottom hole, which is still present on all of them. The Note 2 S Pen here on the left, which made the button white rather than grey and was a touch longer and a little bit wider, although the nib remained the same size. And the new, again, slightly thinner but the same length as the Note 2. So you've got the same reach, a bit smaller. I mean, they're all light little things, but interesting to see the development. The Note 3 model slips down into its holder on the bottom right like the other devices do. And that there is our hardware size comparison of the Note range. So you can see, not a huge amount of difference over the years. But when you've got them in your hand, you really do feel it. It's much lighter, and the Note 3 really does give off the impression of being a smaller unit, even though it's got the larger screen. Really good piece of design to get the bezel down that thin, top and bottom. Now what I'm also going to show you quickly is the Xperia Z Ultra, so you can get a feel for the size of the Z Ultra as well. So this is the Z Ultra. Doesn't have the native stylus support of the Note range. Xperia Z Ultra running in at a huge 6.4 inches. So this is without a doubt the biggest phone we've ever seen with full phone functionality. So it's not a tablet, it is a phone. It's not a phablet either, don't like that word. They're large phones. That's the Z Ultra quickly, just in comparison to the Note 3. If you were eyeing up the two at the moment, as they are both brand new devices, it really is worth thinking. If you see them in my hands there, the Z Ultra, I'm actually struggling to get the whole thing in the shot. So if you're weighing up and thinking, perhaps the Z Ultra is too big and I do want to go for the Note 3, that little hand comparison there might sway you one way or the other. Alright, so hardware comparison on the Galaxy Note 3. Thanks for watching.